from the law of supply and demand. That's true. Kanya lang, pagka tumataas ang presyo ng kuryente, lahat nagre-reklamo. Pagka bumababa ng konti, tahimik lahat ng tao. Pero itong issue nito, whether it's kuryente o langis, o gasolina o diesel, ginagamit ng maraming ibang mga pribadong sektor para to try to weaken the government and criticize the government. We have a deregulated oil industry. And you cannot expect, kasi even in the international market, ang presyo ng langis, panik-panaog. The same thing with electricity rates. Kanya lang. When it comes to electricity rates, we have the highest rate in Asia. Tayo ang pinakamahal na kuryente sa buong Asia. Sabi nila, pangalawa lang sa buong mundo na pinakamataas. The question is, why? And part of that has to be answered if you look back at the history of Napocor, nakatakot-takot na mga tinatawag nilang stranded costs ang naiwan na ang ginawa nila ngayon sa kanila from their gross mismanagement, ang ginawa nila ngayon, pinapasa yan sa taong bayan. Okay, so because many of the politicians or the administration did not have the political will to allow the prices to adjust kung kailangan. Alam po ninyo, itong problema na kailangan talakayin ng Pilipino. Bakit natin hinihintay na ang pamahalaan ang magbabayad ng diferensya pag tumataas ang presyo ng gasolina o pepwersahin nila yung mga negosyong yun na ibaba ang presyo at baka mawawalan sila ng kita. Lahat naman po ng negosyo andyan para kumita. Hindi po kasalanan yung kumita. Ngayon, are they price gouging? Are they doing their job efficiently? Dito, ang Energy Regulatory Commission, ang ERC, is supposed to look over, although we hear na they want some more powers to be able to discipline and to coerce companies that are abusive. Many people, for example, don't like the idea na yung mga systems losses pinapasa sa consumer. And if you will recall, in the past, katakot-takot na hearings ang nangyari dyan, examining the costs, for example, of Meralco in arriving at your monthly, yung kwenta ninyo sa buwan-buwan na binabayaran sa Meralco. So there are many issues here that have to be looked at, and this is where I'm saying those issues need to be addressed, and it seems that they are not being addressed because of the government's desire to continue to hammer simply those that they believe are guilty of graft and corruption in the previous administration. Mahanga ako kay Presidente Noynoy dyan that he is single-minded in pursuing them. But he must remember that there are other bigger and broader issues confronting this nation that cannot be sacrificed simply for the sake of sending some people to jail or charging them with graft and corruption. Kung minsan po ang epekto ng ganun ay lalo pong nagiging paralyzed ang pamahalaan. Bakit? Lahat ng tao ngayon sa gobyerno takot kumilos. So, pagka mga nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno, takot kumilos. Baka sila'y makasuhan kaliwat kanan. Ano nangyayari? Slow down in government, walang projects na nauumpisahan, hindi umaasenso ang bansa. And we are seeing that now. Nakikita natin na wala pang nagagawa, puro pangako na mag-i-stimulate ng ekonomiya, pero wala pa tayong nakikita na siyang ginagawa upang, na aside from announcements, some actual happenings na yung kanilang PPP, yung Philippines private sector and government joint ventures na hanggang ngayon wala pong nangyayari, and they accept the fact na bumabagsak ang ekonomiya ng Europa at Amerika. Habang ito'y nangyayari, napipinsala tayo dito ng konti. Maybe not as much as a lot of other countries, but we need more investments and some more initiatives on the part of the government in order to lift up the economic activity in our nation. From 0926-429-1646, ang pamahalaan po ba ay nagsasagawa ng proyekto para sa krisis ng ating bansa? Well, I think the biggest thing that government can do is to start investments and by way of infrastructure projects. So instead of simply trying to collect taxes from wherever they can get it, even if the legal basis is dubious, and that is part of the issue that is involved with collecting EVAT on the toll. I think eventually, though hindi nagbigay ng TRO ang Korte Suprema, there is going to come a time when they will rule on whether EVAT can be applied on toll fees. And there are a lot of legal luminaries who believe that an EVAT on toll fees is an illegal activity. All right, so but we will have to wait until the Supreme Court rules on that with finality. From 0916-770-3826, Darwin Sarip of Marawi City, bakit ang mga taga-Malacanang nakikialam sa ARMM election? Maliwanag naman sa saligang batas na ang ARMM ay autonomous. Dapat ang gawin ng national government ay maglagay ng honest na COA, auditor, para mawala ang korupsyon na alibay nila at reason for i-postpone ang election. Well, alam po ninyo, tama yung sinasabi nyo, no? Pero pag ikaw ay miyembro ng COA at nandun ka sa probinsyang iyon at makapangyarihan ang governor or the powers that be, abay di siguro medyo matatakot ka. Ngayon, kaya ba ng pamahalaan na protektahan yung mga miyembro ng COA doon sa ARMM para sila ay makakapagsabi? Actually, medyo naglabas na sila ng mga findings ngayon ng COA na maraming projects sa ARMM, ghost projects. Pero yun, kaya ang problema dito ngayon, isasampay ang kasong na yan. Eventually, dapat isampa sa ombudsman para makasuhan yung mga government officials responsible for it. But to me, the COA is good and it's wonderful. It's a tremendous thing if it is working effectively. But is the political will there to charge so many people in ARMM if they have not been doing their job and have been profiting illegally from ghost projects? Ayun, ang question naman dito, ebidensya and proof. Sino maglalabas niyang ebidensya at proof na yan at kaya ba nilang gawin? Okay, 0908-878-7369. Reduce electricity rates, dapat i-reduce ang generation charges which constitute almost 90% of the electric bill. Oh, we understand that. This is why I'm saying the component here of generation costs is something that must be looked at very, very carefully, and not just, I wish that the government in the ERC would take a look at it, but with public interest paramount in their minds. But this is where they're saying they lack the power to discipline or to coerce if the power producers are not doing the right things. At number two, napaka-coerce government. Ay, anong gagawin natin? Although they have tried to sell out and privatize the transmission lines, but the basic power generation and all of those stranded costs that are on the balance sheet of Napocor, anong gagawin nila doon? Hindi po natin malaman. Alright, so dito po natin nakikita na napakadami pang mga issue na kailangan matutunan at malaman at mapag-usapan ng taong bayan. Hindi dahil sa tayo'y kontra dito or pabor doon, hindi po. Ang kailangan lang dito, dahil sa naniniwala po tayo that an informed citizenry is the best kind of citizen for a democratic form of government. You need to know, at pag-isipan mo, sabihin ng iba kasi dyan, naku, wala naman tayong magagawa dyan, hindi po. Kayo, kung kayo meron paninaniwala at meron kayong you believe that certain things are right or wrong, kailangan matuto kayong magsalita. Kailangan matuto kayong madinig ng inyong mga representante sa Kongreso at sa Senado. Para masabi ninyo, hindi kami sang-ayon sa ganito. Because ang isang pinakatatakutan ng lahat ng politiko, ay kung ang kanyang bumoboto sa kanya ay nagsasabi sa kanya, mali ang ginagawa mo at pag hindi mo tinuwid yan, hindi ka namin iboboto. Wala po nakakapagpatakot sa anumang politiko, liban sa sasabihin sa kanila, naku, tatanggalin ko kayo sa aming listahan ng mga aming iboboto. Yun lang po ang paraan para magbenggansa sa mga politiko na makasarili o kaya sumosobra ang laro ng politika. Ang taong bayan, ang kapangyarihan na nasa sa inyo, yan ang sinasabi ng ating saligang batas. You know, sovereignty resides with the people. Sino bang taong bayan? Kung hindi kayo at tayong lahat. Pero kung hindi tayo magsasalita at nagiging silent majority lang tayo po, ay nako, mapoproblema tayo. And the politicians will have to get used to the fact that the citizen is willing, ay kaya at ginugusto na magsalita at ipaalam ang kanilang iniisip. Hindi lang ito question ng puro press release. Alam natin karamihan ng nangyayaring press release dyan. You know, gawa-gawain din ng mga vested interest at saka ng mga politiko. Pero kayo, sa pamamagitan ng inyong text, alamin nyo ang text ng inyong congressman o ng inyong senador. Alamin niyo para makapagpadala kayo ng